In this video, I'm going to show you how to save your courses to resources and then import those into a new course. So first, start by going to your courses and selecting the course that you want to save. So I have a course here that I would like to save, and I'm going to go to the materials portion, and you can select that on the left-hand side. Now, instead of adding a new material like I would while I'm building the course, I'm going to select the Options tab to the right of that and select Save Courses to Resources. And when you click that, you're going to get a pop-up box that's going to ask you, where do you want to put this course? And so this is going to go into your resources, but you have different collections within your resource. Many of you, if you haven't done much with your resources, you may just want to put it in the home collection. I have made some other collections to help organize my stuff, so I'm going to put this in my AP Physics 1 folder since it is an AP Physics 1 course. But like I said, if you want to just leave it in home, that's fine, wherever you want to put it. Also, inside that collection, you have an option to put it in a folder. I'm going to choose to not put it in a folder. I'm going to make it create its own new folder. If you would like to put it in a specific folder, you can select this option and choose the desired folder. Once you hit submit, then it's going to start to transfer all of that into resources. You will notice there's a little pop-up up at the top that says because it's kind of large, it might take a little while, and you can go to the transfer history to look at it. And so in my experience, it takes anywhere from 30 seconds up to maybe 2 minutes to transfer it over, but you can always check the transfer history here to see is it complete or not. And mine, in fact, is already complete, so I can use that. One thing to point out here, what it does when it transfers all of these materials to resources, it takes only the shell of those resources. It does not copy due dates. It does not copy any student-generated information. All right, so if you look at it, it only has what you had in there originally, what you put in. It doesn't have any of the student data, it doesn't have any of the due dates. So it just keeps the assignment itself. If you would prefer, you could continue working on these assignments within this folder that you've now created in your resources. Now, I got here to this screen by clicking on that transfer history. If you wanted to find out how to get back to this, you would just click on your resource tab up at the top and click personal, and it would bring you to your home resources if that's where you saved it, or in in my case, I saved it under the AP Physics 1 collection, so I'll go there and I can find the course that I created. Now, what this does, this is just here for me to use, or I might not even want to touch it in this resource portion. What my end goal here is to copy this over into the section that's starting in the spring without having to redo any of the assignments. So I'm going to select the course that I want to copy it into. And so I'm selecting the second section of this course. And if you notice, it's a blank course. There's nothing in here, no upcoming events, no materials. And so I want to fix that. I want to take all of the materials I had in my fall semester course and put it into my spring semester course. So I go to add materials just like if I were going to build the course originally, but instead of adding each individual assignment, I can go down to import from resources. Now this course is in my resources, and I'm going to pull it down from the resources and put it into my new course. So I select whatever collection that I saved the course to and find the folder. Now, if I just select this folder and import, it will import that folder right there. It'll say AP Physics 1, Section 1, and then everything else will be inside. If that's what you would like, go ahead and do that. I personally don't want to have that outer folder there, so I'm going to open that, and then I'm going to select everything here to import. So that way I see in my materials the formula sheet, the bell ringers folder, the exams, so on and so forth. Let's say you have a particular assignment or a particular folder that you don't want in there. Well, you can decide, well, you know what, I don't want those bell ringers. I'm going to uncheck that, so I'm going to copy everything else. Or you can decide to import it and then later delete it. And know that when you delete it from this course, it does not delete it from the resources, and it does not delete it from the original course. So it only affects the course that you're working in. So I'm going to choose to select everything here and import everything. And it asks, do I really want to import it all? And I say yes. Once again, this is a large operation, so it may take a few moments and you can check in your transfer history area. After about 1 minute, my course was there. I just refreshed the page and it has all of my materials. One thing you'll notice is on my original course, I did have some colors for my folders, some individual settings that I set up. Now, those individual settings are lost, but those can easily be changed just by editing this folder. So if I wanted to change the color of this folder, I could just select the gear on the right-hand side, edit, and then pick which color I prefer. Now, once again, this has just the assignments themselves, and it doesn't have any of the student data, it doesn't have any of the work, and if I check my grade book, nothing has been turned in with these assignments. And so it starts over with a clean slate. And now I can make any changes I would like to customize this individual course, and it does not affect the course that I saved up into the resources, and it does not affect the course that I originally took it from. So let's say you have 3 sections of the same course coming up in the spring, and you want to make some global changes. Well, then I would advise you to make those changes first in your resources, wherever you save that folder. And if you want to make some changes in this course here, then those global changes will be the same for all of them when you import them after you make those changes. But if you only have one section, you can just import and customize as you please. One final thing, you may be wondering what happens to my old course, and you may have even noticed a pop-up at the top of your courses that is telling you that the course is associated with a grading period that will end January 14th, and it's going to be sent to the archived portion instead of your courses. So you might be wondering, well, where is that? Now, one thing, you will not lose any material, you will not lose anything in your course, no student data, nothing from your gradebook. It all will be saved. Its location is just going to change. This Courses tab is only for active courses or courses that are yet to come, coming up in the school year. So if you want to view archived courses, you need to click on the See All at the bottom right-hand corner of the drop-down menu from Courses. And there is another option of archived at the top of your screen. And so clicking on the archived portion, you can see all the courses that are archived. Now, right now, I only have one course that is archived because the grading period is passed. After the change of the semesters or the end of the year, you're going to start to see more courses populate in this section. If you click on one of these courses, you can then go back in, take any student data that you once had, go in and access any materials that students turned in and get anything that you need and even copy that to resources, say you forgot until after the end date. It's just going to be in a different location now. It will be in the archived section, not the courses section. So rest assured, nothing ever gets truly deleted. Even if you accidentally delete a course, you can always look at the deleted courses over on the right-hand side, and they're never truly deleted. Schoology hangs on to everything and stores it for us. Hopefully this video helped. If by any chance you have any other questions or would like some additional help, feel free to message me on Schoology, or you can email me through the school email. Thank you.